How to be a UK nurse, your ultimate guide for overseas nurses in 2020. The NMC has rolled out a new process for overseas nurses in October 7, 2019. The new process promises to be a lot cheaper, simpler, and easier for nurses to accomplish. Before you start your eligibility process, bear in mind you will have verifiers and referees for your application. Make sure you inform them firsthand before you start your application. You would need their full name, their addresses, and their email address. And this is all what the NMC would need for you to have them as verified people. Now comes your proof of identity. You also need your qualification certificate from the school you graduated nursing from. If you're registered professionally, you need a professional registration from, of course, the PRC. After you've proven your eligibility, you need to pay the £140 fee, registration fee from the NMC. You also need to obtain what we call now as the SBV. Now remember, after you pay the evaluation fee of £140 to the NMC, take note of the CRM number from their reply. This is what you need to present to PRC so that you can get the SBV. Remember, when you're with the PRC to obtain the SBV, the current cost of this is 200 pesos. Now you're ready to submit everything to the NMC. Just to let you know, we have a full copy of our resource in our own website at filipinouknurses.com. Take the necessary English tests. Now, during my time, all I took was the IELTS. Now there is the OET as well. But I will give you the comparison and the choice of which one you'd like to take. Oh no, you didn't meet the required scores. But wait, don't despair. Here is a little guide of what you can do. Once you have received your eligibility from the NMC, then you would have the ATT or authorization to test. Then now you could take your CBT. You can take your CBT at the designated Person View Testing Center at your preferred location. What do you need? First is the health evidence. need to have the evidence of good character. And number 3, finally, evidence of language tests. The OSCE, or Objective Structured Clinical Examination. At the moment, there's only 3 places where you can take the OSCE, and that's all in the UK. That's Ulster, Oxford, or Northampton. Before you're allowed to take the OSCE, normally employers would have had you to have passed your English test and the CBT. They can actually now deploy you to work here in the UK while you're preparing for your OSCE. Now, here's a little graphic as well of what you might expect for the OSCE. There's a maximum of 3 attempts to take the OSCE and a gap of 10 days for each test. Bear that in mind, as not everybody does well at first take, and obviously you're given such chances to make up for it and make sure you pass the OSCE tests. Normally, your employers would have to shoulder for the costs of the OSCE tests. So the burden now is for you to make sure that you're well prepared. Remember, success in OSCE relies on your practice and preparation. What to expect from OSCE? It's actually a demonstration of your safe and efficient practice, so make sure you focus on that. If you want an in-depth resource for everything that I've just said, the graphics that we've shown, FilipinoUKNurses.com, we have a link down below. We also have a Facebook group where it's quite active with all our members sharing what they experienced here, what they have experienced in the tests, and we are there to help and support you. At this point, the NMC has got your CBT, your IELTS or OAT, and also your OSCE. What's left is for them to assess if everything that you need to become a registered nurse here in the UK is complete. Should they feel that some requirements are still lacking, what they'll do is contact you via email. And here as well is where the NMC contacts your referees. So now it's just a waiting game, and in due course, you will receive what would be the last step, which is, congratulations, now you're a nurse, the registry. So, this is the last step, and with registration, you now will become a Band 5 nurse in the NHS as your entry level. And here starts now your new journey as a UK RN. One of the most common questions asked to me by our followers is that, can we take the CBT first or the OSCE first before any English tests? In reality though, the English test should be the first test you should take because of the employers wanting for you to have that and the CBT before they take you here in the UK to take your OSCE. So again, my advice, take the English tests first. So remember, join the fun, Filipino UK nurses. We have our website, the FilipinoUKNurses.com. We have the ultimate guide to become a UK nurse for overseas nurses, which I've just given you a video. And always remember, Manong knows.